Welcome everyone on another CRYENGINE tutorial videos. I'm Fury22 and today we're gonna start new series. So we're going to work with the Flash a little bit. Like before, obviously, if you haven't watched my previous videos, then go and do that. I covered pretty much everything that I'm gonna do even today, but this is gonna be main menu, so it's slightly different, but it's really the same. Okay, one more thing I wanna say. There is a new website called the Design UIs, which gathers all of my tutorials, and there will be more, like there will be few more people doing video tutorials. So if you want more organized form of it, then you just have to go to this website, and there will be, it's still work is in process, so there will be slight changes for it, but there are gonna be more categories like C++ or UI systems separately. But keep in touch, because this website will be awesome. It will gather all of the CRYENGINE community tutorials for various things. So that's gonna be very cool. So obviously check that website, and yeah, we're gonna start with it. Like, we're gonna go to Flash like always, ActionScript 2.0, then Flash Player 8, 60, because we're gonna put also, I think, a cursor for it. This is gonna be small main menu, so I'm not gonna give you huge main menu with the whole functionality of everything, because that's not the good way to learn anything, right? So I want to give you some little things so you can learn from them and extend them to fit your needs. Okay, we're gonna start from building cursor. This is gonna be very quick and easy, as always. Yeah, it's gonna be quite big. Okay, just follow me, and you can download cursor if you want, or use system cursor if you want to. It doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Right click it, convert to symbol. As always, we're gonna make a movie clip out of it. Properties, cursor. Okay, so we're gonna lock this layer because we don't need this anymore, and then we are gonna go to scene, and we are going to create the button, right? Oh, first of all, we are going to create text over here, and this text will be okay, maybe white. Your game name, right? So yeah, let's make it a little slightly longer. Okay, put it in the middle of the stage. This is we're gonna remove this later, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, we can do it now. Yeah, and what else we're going to do? We're gonna put it slightly below. So let's say this is main menu. We're gonna save this now to our obviously our project folder. Like before, inventory system, you remember all that. If you don't, then you haven't watched my previous videos, so do that. I'm gonna set, because I already had file there, so I just replaced it. But anyways, there will be name of our game, and this is gonna be dynamic text, has to be. And this is, it would be good to just see if it's highlighted, then this is gonna give us different cursor, and we don't want this. It just doesn't look good. So we're gonna call it, like, I don't know what, game name. That's it. Game name .txt. Yes, something like that. I don't remember clearly, but anyways, yeah. Game name. Let's say. Another thing we're gonna put over here is our buttons itself. I'm not gonna go to and show you how to create options or something like this, because what I'm gonna show you now, it's really enough to build your own inventory system. So it's gonna make something like this. Right click it, convert to symbol, It's gonna be button. Let's call it, well, oh no, actually wait, we can do, yeah, this is gonna be button, and we're gonna call it just simple button. That's all we need for now. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete this and show you something cool, and we're gonna create new symbol in the library, and this is gonna be movie clip. So we're gonna call it button fuck knows, BTN. It doesn't matter, you can call it even my face or something. So we are working on the layer of the button now. We're gonna put the real button inside of it. Put it in the middle of the stage, obviously. The reason why I'm doing this is just because we want this button to have some text. Doesn't matter. These names don't matter at all. We grab the text on this layer. We're gonna put it here. We're gonna, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's say single player. Right. So doesn't really make that much difference. The only thing about it, we want this to be as long as button. It's all up to you. I'm gonna remove all of this and highlight this text and call the and set the variable over here. We're gonna say it's gonna be called label, maybe, huh? Or lab, L-A-B. Doesn't matter what you're gonna put here. You're gonna use this later, so it's up to you. In order to have text fields shown in CRYENGINE properly, you have to click on embed. Not on every single one. It's enough just to put one of these. That's it, and it's gonna work in CRYENGINE now. So we got this button over here. Not this one. This one will be without label. We want this one with the label. So we're gonna put it in here, in the middle, like this. We wanna have two buttons. I'm not gonna create options or something like this. It's gonna be just start game and exit. So in order to do that, we have to now, this is pretty much all we need. Just you have to call it like single player. You can do multiplayer over here button as well. It's just up to you. If you know how to implement that in C++, then go and do this. And exit. That's it. So we got single player and exit. And we have game name. Okay, cool. We can log this layer now, and then we're gonna go to ActionScript 2. And what we gotta do now is, so we have to grab our. What we want to do is we wanna do something when we press these buttons, right? So we got start game on press is function. You obviously remember how to do coding in ActionScript because I showed you a lot of this stuff in the previous videos, really. Start game, and we don't want anything to happen. We want just to send event to CRYENGINE. That's pretty much all we need. So we are going to do this fs command, and we're gonna go start game. That's it. That's all we need. And the other button is called exit. Exit on press function fs command exit game. That's it. I want to check if these buttons actually work, so we're gonna go with trace start. I'm just gonna show messages in the console, so I'm just gonna make sure everything works. Yeah. So let's run it now. Let's see what it does. Okay, now see the console over here should show some messages. So oh yeah, it does show exit, but it does not show the the start game message, so there must be some mistake in here. Let's see what we got. Is it mistake? Single play. Oh yeah, I'm fucked. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was called single player. Okay, and now we're gonna call that function by clicking it. You see, start and exit. That's pretty much all we need. These buttons do work. And what else do we need? We want one more function that we're gonna call from C++ when we start the whole thing. I'm gonna call it initialize menu, and this is gonna have 2 arguments probably, or not 3 arguments. So let's do maybe game name. This is gonna be string. We're gonna have btn button number 1 string and btn 2 string as well. The reason I'm doing this, on the very beginning of the game, before even map is loaded, we're gonna just initialize menu and put all these names in the button. So we're gonna have game name dot text game name, right? We're gonna have as well the single player button dot lab. This is the variable that we put before over here. We're gonna call btn1 and exit lab btn2. So now, just to check if this actually works, we're gonna when I press this, it should fill up all of the labels. So let's do it. Oh, let's do it like single player. When we press the button, it should do like initialize menu, and the game name will be my awesome game. The button number 1 will give us single player, and the last button will be quit game, or should do like maybe better would be exit it. See if it works. If it does here, it will in CRYENGINE too. So I'm gonna press here, my awesome game, single player, and exit. You see, it all works. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna delete this shit over here, and one more thing, just a cursor thing. Obviously, it's gonna be cursor on enter frame, call a function. Function x now our cursor should be following the system cursor as well. So see what it does. Yeah, it does work with it. I should remember we're gonna get rid of the system cursor later. Well, yeah, we could do the cursor itself. We could put it like slide. Can we go inside in here? You could do maybe put this where the dot is, like here. Save it, and then it should do a little bit better job. So it's gonna work exactly as you see. Its peak is exactly where the system cursor points. So it's gonna work much better than before. Okay. So everything seems to be fine, at least to me. We got our code. Cursor is working, the labels are working, we got fs commands. Okay, we're gonna save this. We're gonna create a I'm just gonna make sure I put everything. Yeah, okay. We're gonna create a UI element as well. So we're gonna go to the our project. Where is it? Our project. It was called CBB tutorials. Then we're gonna go to assets, libraries, UI. You remember we have a couple of documents over here already, so we're gonna put another one. We're gonna make mine menu XML. That's all it is. Right, so we got my menu. I'm gonna open it in Notepad++, as always, and my empty stuff. If you don't know what I'm doing, then you haven't watched my previous videos, so go and do this as always. Yeah, so we got our main menu. I'm gonna fill it up now. Gonna be main menu here, and there. That's all we got. Have we got any functions? Let's think about it. We have this function that we have to call on the beginning of the game, so we're gonna put it over here. Cool. God, equals. That's all we need. That's all home function. Yep, everything seems fine. So we got only one function, yeah, but we got two events. So we're gonna do the same. Copy that and paste in the, oh no, actually we have event already ready over here, so we're gonna go with start game over here. Yeah, so we're gonna copy this and paste it below, and we're gonna go with exit game. So that's all we need, really, all of this. That's it. That's already everything we need. Obviously, if you have options of something like that kind of stuff, you'll probably need more, but we don't at the moment. So no, here. So we're gonna go to our project now. UI, there it is. We got main menu SWF. What we want, as always, we want to convert it to GFX files. So we're going to the engine main folder, tools, GFX, export. Then we're gonna grab SWF and drop it here. Cool, we got GFX file. So what we're gonna do now is simply we're gonna create UI actions. You remember how we create UI actions? We have to go to editor and do all the stuff. Well, we're gonna do it slightly quicker now. So you remember inventory system or example. I'm gonna paste it and change it. Just main menu show. Oh, sorry, this should be main menu show. Okay, so this is gonna be main menu hide and main menu show. You remember the UI actions are being built in flow graph, but they are actually XML files which we can modify slightly. What we need to modify inside of them, we have to put this name. Like we got main menu hide, so we want to have example. Yeah, that was called example. Main menu. Cool. This is hide. Good. And now we have this. Also gonna change that here, but we have to. Yeah. So we have, when we show it on the screen, we want cursor to be 0, but we want most events to be on. We want this, that's for sure. Console mouse, blah blah blah, and yeah, it should do. Not sure 100%, but it should do. If it doesn't, then obviously it's not a big deal. We're gonna change it. And yeah, that would be everything for this video. It takes already 20 minutes, so that's all for today. So see you in the next video. We're gonna continue from that point, so see you later.